Okay, so I'm just going to show some basic model navigation. So I'm going to come in here at the start page and click Simple Video Model. So up here you can see I've loaded this Simple Video Model project. I come over to the browser, and inside of this project I have one root node called Model. If I click the drop down, you can see I have additional views of that model. I have a README, a requirements, a behavior, a systems architecture, and a software architecture view. I can click the drop down and see the different elements and diagrams inside of that view, and some I even have packages in. So under requirements, you can see I have a requirements view diagram, but then I have a software requirements and a system level requirements. I actually see that this is out of order, so to reorder things in the project browser, I just click this little up arrow, and now you can see the system requirements are over the software requirements. I can click the drop down, and in here I have my requirements elements. Let's say I wanted to add a package inside of here, so I have project, root node, view, and this is a package. Let's say I want to add another package. I just right click, bring up the context menu, and I can add a package, and it brings up this window. I can add a model, I can create a diagram, or a package only, and I'm going to create a package only, and I'm going to call this non-functional requirements. So I type that in and click OK, and now I have my nice package. I can keep adding packages as much as I want and get a really deep structure. One of the cool things about EA and the navigation over here in a project model, I can drag and drop and move things around. So I just clicked and I'm holding in the left mouse, and I come up and let go, and now you see I just moved that around. I can bring that back, or I can nest this package inside, and now you can see I've nested that package inside. So let's bring that back out. So I have non-functional, system requirements, software requirements. I also have this element in the browser. I can drag and drop it here, and I get a list of options. I'm just going to put it as a package element, and now you can see my package has shown up. So one quick thing about the navigation. So I like to have these views, and inside of the README, I always like to have this at the top, and I like to have a main navigation page. So I have a nice diagram details here. I have a nice little note up here that I've colored, and then I have some different navigation tiles, and under here I've added the package elements so you can see what's inside of each one of these views. So I actually see that I'm missing the requirements. So let's go ahead and add the requirements. I just make this a little bigger. I come over to requirements. I'm going to add, drag that diagram, and I'm going to drag and drop. I can add a navigational cell, a diagram frame, a diagram reference, a hyperlink, navigation cell, or a list. So I'm just going to add this as a navigation cell. I'm going to come down here and pick something that looks like requirements. And now I have my requirements view. I'm going to come up to my toolbar and hit save. I've added my requirements view. And if we want to see the contents of that view, I come up and click on the view. I'm going to drag and drop, and it's a package. I've used a type of a package. I'm going to add package elements, and there we go. Now you can see that the package elements are there. Let's hit save. One other thing that I like to do is I like to add this nice toolbar. So let's jump back to this requirements view up here, and I can navigate in between diagrams. As I click and open up diagrams, as I click and open up diagrams, you can see new tabs open up here. When I follow the navigation, notice that the X has changed to a backward arrow. So if I jump over here, I have an X to close this diagram, but here I have a backward arrow. That's a navigation that allows me to easily navigate the model. I can drill down, look at a diagram, and then quickly jump back to the original diagram I started from. And if I have multiple nested packages, this will allow us to navigate and drill down through them. So That's the basic navigation functionality. There is a find package up here, so we can search out packages. So I started to click behavior, and it brings up this nice find in project, and I put it in here. The other way that we can do that is just hit Control F. That brings it up, and right here I started to type in behavior. I click this little run button, and then it brings up everything that has behavior. I got this nice package and its contents. So that's the basics on navigation.